The following is a presentation of ABC 27 Sports.
Live from Lower Dauphin High School, ABC 27 Sports and Advanced Hoops presents High School Sports Live. Tonight, it's a girls-boys doubleheader as the Susquehanna Township Indians meet the Lower Dauphin Falcons. Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Mace, together with Advanced Hoops Director Charlie Fortney and the coach Todd McCall, and we have picked a great girls-boys doubleheader for you tonight. A lot on the line for all four of these teams. First, let's talk about playoff positioning, Todd, with the girls, because Palmyra has already clinched the Keystone Division title, but both these teams are now looking at the district playoffs.
Well, win tonight can make a difference. You go in as a 5 seed. If you lose, you go in as a 9 seed. You need a good draw. You need some luck in the district playoffs. But for Julie Dennis and the Susquehanna Indians, they want another shot at the legend Bobby Heiser, and this is a measuring stick game for them. They need Lower Dauphin. They need a victory. They want to get on the bus happy tonight, Greg.
All right, let's talk about that Susquehanna Township team. They've had a great year, Charlie, and they're looking forward to this one tonight, obviously.
I agree with Todd. Julie Denniston and the Lady Indians have done a tremendous job. They've won 17 games in impressive fashion. Wins over West York, #1 in their division down in New York County, Susquehanna, #2. In the last 4 in a row, they're reeling, and I think they want to keep it up-tempo tonight and try to take advantage of their athleticism.
All right, let's talk about Lower Dauphin and what they need to come out victorious.
Well, Coach Bobby Heiser and his staff has always been able to win games that we call ugly games. Now, for them, a victory is a victory, but they want that score in the 30s. They got to stop Susquehanna getting out in the lanes and filling the lanes and getting easy ones. If it's 30-28, it's Lower Dauphins. At 55-44, it's Susquehanna tonight.
All right, there's our prediction. Opening tip-off is coming up. It's a girls-boys doubleheader. Lower Dauphin, Susquehanna Township Falcons with home court advantage, and it's next live here on ABC 27.
Got old electronics, such as a TV or computer to recycle? We've got your answer at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
E-cycling is quick, easy, and free for all county residents.
You can also recycle old major appliances and other items safely at our center.
Have questions? Call our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or check our website for more information.
Recycling is now more convenient than ever.
Join us in going green to protect our environment.
Keep our earth clean and green. Wipe out waste and recycle.
For generations, Caterpillar has delivered innovative products that help customers build strong, profitable businesses. And for more than 60 years, Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company has been Pennsylvania's source for first-class Caterpillar equipment, service, parts, and rentals. With 26 locations across Pennsylvania, we've grown right alongside our customers, delivering on our commitment to provide a superior experience and maximum value. Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company, helping Pennsylvania prosper since 1948.
All-state freshman Malia Tate DeFreitas tore her ACL in a heated state playoff, and her dreams seemed shattered.
Tried to come back in and it wasn't working out. I thought that my basketball career was over.
Getting an assist from the doctors at Arlington Orthopedic, Malia is ready to attack the hoop this season.
It feels good when I jump and cut and stuff. It feels normal, and the brace really helps me.
To go from tears to a smile, it was just a beautiful thing.
First of a doubleheader here from Lower Dauphin High School, and the Susquehanna Township Lady Indians being introduced. High School Sports Live, presented by Arlington Orthopedics tonight. The first of our 2 games from Lower Dauphin. And the Lower Dauphin Lady Falcons about to be introduced, and their veteran coach is Bob Heiser. 14-5, 9-2 in the league. And Charlie, when you scheduled this game, these 2 games, not quite sure we realized the great implications that it was going to have, but this was a good choice.
Well, you know, there was always the feeling that Lower Dauphin would be there in the end, and there was a great feeling that Julie Denniston and the Lady Indians and all their hard work, that they were going to be here at the end. So we anticipated that this could be a division deciding game, and at this point, it's a very important game in the division. It'll decide probably a share of second place, and also some playoff implications on seeding.
And both teams introduced. Let's take a look at our Penn National keys to the game real quickly.
Well, Susquehanna's, they're going to have to press out deep, must fill the lanes and run, and like Todd McCall said earlier, must score 55 or more points. Lower Dauphin, has to show a lot of different defensive looks. Bob Heiser will do that, and they would keep the score 30 to 40 range, slow the tempo. Susquehanna, I think, wants to change the tempo in this game. Steelhook did not get in that last game. They need to get Westchester bound. Keisha Steelhook involved in Tiana Jackson, possibly a Division I underclassman guard. They need to get her out and running and get her shaking things up a little bit.
Well, we talked about the strength of this Keystone division. It's much like the boys. Palmyra has already clinched, and of course we'll be talking about the Mid-Penn playoffs, which are coming up as you take a look at the Lady Falcons. Bob Heiser, their longtime coach, and here's Susquehanna Township. Julie Dennison's done a great job over there, 17-4 overall, 8-3 in the league, and we're ready to go. This is our last regular season telecast here on ABC 27. Of course, we'll be getting into the playoffs for the Mid-Penn Finals. And the districts coming up from Giant Center in just a couple of weeks. But here we go, nice crowd building here in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania tonight for Lower Dauphin and Susquehanna Township. Lower Dauphin's in the home white, Lady Indians in the red, and here we go.
Lower Dauphin coming out in a looked like a man-to-man. They play a very effective man-to-man. Looks like we got a Susquehanna Indians running a spread offense here, trying to get that ball to Keisha Steelhook. She gets a nice look early, misses with the left hand. She's a lefty heading to Westchester. One of the best athletes that we've seen in high school basketball in quite some time. Susquehanna showing a 1-3-1.
Yannick, nice defense, and lays it home for the first 2 points of the game.
Well, and that 1-3-1's hard to throw over. Jasmine Yannick goes about 5'7", 5'8". And this girl, I'll tell you, can get it going from three. Had 4 threes in the beginning part of their big win against West York the other day.
Inside, Lower Dauphin has their first 2 points from Dee Rockwell.
Well, and there's a much improved post. Dee Rockwell doing a great job this year, providing some around the basket help for Lower Dauphin. She shows how much she's been working there on that jump shot in the offseason. That looked pretty good.
Head of the Lycoming after she graduates this year. That'll stay down this end.
Greg, there's some really talented sophomores here in the game. Tanner Rush for Lower Susquehanna and Maggie Mosteller for Lower Dauphin. 2 very good sophomore basketball players, big leaders on their team.
Tiana Jackson, Ariana Delarmy.
Ariana Delarmy looking at some colleges. Hood is one of the colleges looking at.
Keisha Steelhook for 3.
Wow, if Keisha Steelhook gets going from 3, that early confidence for Keisha's big.
Steal, picked out by Yannick. Should mention that Keisha Steelhook now needs 17 points to 1,000.
Well, and I was talking to the coaches before the game, and I didn't say a word about this till now because I didn't want Keisha to catch wind because they were like, quiet, quiet. You know, Keisha doesn't even know how many points she has. You know, she just wants to win the game. So, you know, if she happens to have a breakout game tonight, that would be something nice that we could celebrate here tonight. And we had the occasion to do that before. There's another 3. Oh, my goodness.
She is hot from that spot. Has 6. She can't hear what we're saying, but she's dead on with a basket.
Wow, and maybe somebody did tell her about the 20 points because she's coming out like she wants to score 20 points. Krista Huffman sure-handed with the ball. Hunter Bracchiali passing it around. This 1-3-1 is troubling Lower Dauphin right now. It is a hard, I'll tell you what, you can scout this all you want, Greg. Coaches at home know 1-3-1 is probably one of the toughest defenses to figure out and to handle, especially when you got players like Yannick and Steelhook, the length of their arms to throw over. There's another one. Tiana Jackson shows her quickness. Look at this. Off to the races.
Her first 2, and it's a quick 8-2 lead, and there's a quick timeout. 10-2. Susquehanna Township, early first quarter.
The following is a presentation of ABC 20.
When my dad opened Hoffman Ford in 1953, this was the model that you could drive out of the showroom.
In the past 59 years, yes, things have changed, but one thing still remains the same. There's always been a Ford and a Hoffman in our showroom.
Through 3 generations, the Hoffman Ford family has believed in always treating their customers with the courtesy and respect that they deserve.
Passed on from our grandfather to our father and now to us, we believe these values will bring another 59 years of success. Bigger selection, better deals, Hoffman Ford.
Early first quarter and an early quick run by Susquehanna Township has given them an early 8-point advantage, just less than 3 minutes into this contest.
We got a 2-2-1 here for Susquehanna, stunning the guards, trying to just change it up a little bit. One thing Coach Denniston is not afraid to do is trust her girls in a bunch of different defenses. I'll tell you what, we're going to be talking a lot about Tiana Jackson over the next 2 years, Greg. Boy, what a point guard, what quickness.
Delarme just lost the handle, so it goes back to Lower Dauphin.
And in fairness to Delarme, that was a tough pass to handle there. Jackson threw a little overhead.
So Falcons looking for their second basket of the game. First quarter from Lower Dauphin High School. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall on a 3 for Lower Dauphin.
That's a big basket by Hunter Bracchiali to give Lower Dauphin some life here on offense. And ball movement by Susquehanna. Here's Lower Dauphin coming out with a little bit of a zone of their own. Nice 2-3, and Susquehanna's having a hard time handling that.
Forced a turnover there, and it goes back to Lower Dauphin, and they regain a little bit of momentum here.
Tiana Jackson trying to correct some things out there with her teammates, trying to be a floor leader. Got this 1-3-1 going again. That's close to a back court. Krista Huffman moving around. There's Maggie Mostar. She can pop it from the corner if you let Maggie open.
Nice ball movement by the Falcons.
3 early turnovers for Lower Dauphin.
Bracali in the lane, kicked it back out. Now Mosteller hits the back of the rim.
It's a nice box out.
Still loose, nice pass by Bracali on the floor. Maggie Mosteller gets her first 2, and the lead is down to 3. Fast-paced first quarter.
Penetration. Yannick.
Rounding out, LD clears the boards.
LD seeming to settle in here. Susquehanna, having a hard time getting some good opportunities here.
Approaching 3 minutes left first quarter.
It's almost like Lower Dauphin starting to figure out Susquehanna's defensive scheme here.
That'll be short, and Susquehanna lets it go. Township lets it go, and they get the basketball back.
Do it. Aaron Shirk from JVs was pulled up to give some minutes here and some size. For Lower Dauphin, number 24, doing a good job. Nice box out on the last play. There's Tanner Rush, talented sophomore for Susquehanna.
Delarme in the lane, forced the pass, and it goes back to LD.
Well, and Rush had a nice position there. I'm surprised she passed the ball back out there. She might have. Sometimes kids at home, if you have good positioning, you just take advantage of it.
Check in with Todd McCall here in a moment to get his impressions of the first quarter. On the sidelines as always tonight, but not wearing his bow tie. You didn't wear your bow tie tonight.
Now that you said something, I've got to keep doing that. But Charlie, Greg, one of the things I see right away, I think the game plan was great with Susquehanna Township and Julie Dennison in the 1-3-1. But, just like any well-coached team, Lower Dauphin settling, finding gaps, moving the ball, and they have shooters. And that's why this game's 12-10. We're in for a good one tonight, guys.
Keisha Steele-Hook now has 8.
When Aaron Shirk hit a 3 for Lower Dauphin Dauphin's starting to get points in places they don't normally get them. And there's
Bracali. She's got 5. Back to 12-12. Suddenly nobody's missing.
Well, I know Steelhook's got 3 threes in the first quarter here. The only thing I'm thinking right now, Todd and Greg, is that the way Susquehanna's scoring, it's not the kind of baskets you're going to be making all throughout the game. So they're going to have to start getting some easier ones. One thing about Lower Dauphin is they're getting some scores around the basket. So I would say Susquehanna's probably going to have to attack the rim a little bit more.
Boy, everybody is hitting everything. Bracali has 8, and it's 15 all again.
Lower Dauphin's matching this pace right now. Todd?
It surprises me, really, Charlie, because I have not seen Lower Dauphin play with this type of pace, but a couple things they're doing effectively on the offensive end is they're penetrating the gaps. They're using pump fakes now, whereas to start the game, they weren't using the pump fake, and Yannick was giving them a lot of trouble on top of the 1-3-1.
Yeah, and not every player is being guarded right now. I think Coach Dennison's willing to give up some of those shots to try to cut off others, and whenever you do that, a team, if they get hot, they can, they can take advantage of it.
Still great ball movement, and there's Shirk again from the corner.
I'll tell you what, we're seeing a shooting display here, ladies and gentlemen. For Lower Dauphin to be up 2, the way Susquehanna's played, they're happy with that right now, I'll tell you.
Jackson, first miss in a while. Steel hook.
Wow, she's 9, 11, 13. Woo. Man, she is 7 to 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. 7 points to 1,000.
Mesnick misses. What a great first quarter. 17-17 after 1 here on ABC 27.
When my dad opened Hoffman Ford in 1953, this was the model that you could drive out of the showroom.
In the past 59 years, yes, things have changed, but one thing still remains the same. There's always been a Ford and a Hoffman in our showroom.
Through 3 generations, the Hoffman Ford family has believed in always treating their customers with the courtesy and respect that they deserve.
Passed on from our grandfather to our father and now to us, we believe these values will bring another 59 years of success. Bigger selection, better deals, Hoffman Ford.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
Back live at Lower Dauphin High School, and a reminder that plenty going on at Advanced Hoops, the Mid-State's premier specialized basketball training program, shooting, dribbling, spring AAU tryouts. AdvancedHoops.com, 657-2620 for Advanced Hoops, and a great way to get your young student involved more with basketball and some specialized training. Lower Dauphin and Susquehanna Township have been hot in this first quarter, 17-17 after 1.
Got Tiana Jackson playing full court pressure on the point guard. Everybody else dropped back into zone. Got like a 2-3 going here, I think, or extended 3-2. They're just bouncing all over the place. It's hard to read it.
How about this 3-point stat? With these teams only averaging 3 3-pointers a game, they both have 3 already here after 1 quarter.
Well, I'm just happy to see some exciting basketball. I'll tell you, you hate when it's boring, and it's certainly not boring. 17 points. These girls are on pace to score 68, 70 points tonight. This certainly speaks to Keisha Steelhook hitting her milestone of 1,000, because it looks like it may happen tonight if she just stays involved.
I never know, and sometimes I hesitate to bring the point up about television because we've been doing it for 3 years, and a lot of these teams have already been on. But the atmosphere that sometimes is created in a boys-girls doubleheader, and they got cameras, and they know a lot of people are watching, that gets them pumped up.
Well, and I will say Lady Indians have not been on TV, and
that's right.
And the Lower Dauphin girls were last year. But, you know, I don't. It was their first time.
And Township runs, and they slow it up.
Steel hook, there's a Turner rush.
Jackson.
Oh, she's tough.
She's got 4.
Nice patience by Tanner Rush just to get that rebound and get that ball right back out. Shows a lot of poise for a sophomore.
Lower Dauphin in the home white controlling.
Taryn Messick driving to the hoop. Brittany Terry.
She got her own miss.
Nice rebound by Terry, senior.
And a foul.
Tell you what, that's only the second foul of the game. A lot of good, clean basketball. They're just making all kinds of shots here tonight. The shooting percentages are tremendous.
A little easier for our officiating crew, and in some ways not having to blow the whistle a whole lot. It's Willie Harris, Roger Roth, and Jeff Proctor. They've all been with us before.
These guys are veterans on the Sports Live.
Megan Brown into the game now. She's a senior.
I was talking to one of the officials for the chapter, and they were explaining to me how much the referees will watch these games just to critique each other, and if they heard about a controversial call or a play or something, they'll watch it just to give their own opinion. And so it's kind of cool. You know, a lot of those YouTube hits are because of the referees, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just the players watching the games back.
Here's Jackson. She was going to split it there.
Wow. Man, Yannick.
She's got 5. Lead is 5, 22-17.
She hiked that up like it was in the playground.
Look at Mesnick hitting from the outside. That's her first 2.
Lower Dauphin has not been stunned by this barrage by Susquehanna. They're just coming back and matching it themselves.
Great first half shooting by both teams. Hoffman.
That's steel hook. That's her, I believe, her first. That's one young lady that you don't want to have in foul trouble. Oh, that's on Yannick. Okay. I think the referees want to see 1,000 points tonight. They don't want to see steel hook out of the game. This is the first free throw of the game. We've seen a lot of shots tonight, but that's the first foul shot.
So Crystal Hoffman, 5'4" senior, makes the first one.
Krista's she's got experience at the guard. She's been doing this for 4 years now for Lower Dauphin, either starter or come off the bencher. She's just a hard-nosed kid.
Jackson went down hard, recovered. From the outside, Yannick.
Man, Susquehanna is on fire. On fire.
She's got 8, the lead back to 5. Brown didn't get the roll. Township clears the boards out to Jackson. That is 16 for Steelhook, and she is 4 away from that point. Well, let's go over to Todd McCall with a guy I've known for a long, long time. Todd?
Thank you, Greg. I'm here with Don Scott from The Sun. And Don, you've been covering, well, how long have you been covering sports in this area?
Sports in the area since about 1968.
You know, I called you Mr. off the camera. You said just Don Scott. But Don, tonight you've covered Lower Dauphin basketball for a long time. Tonight's score, it's now as you look up, it's 28-20. Does this favor Lower Dauphin?
I don't know that it would, because usually Lower Dauphin's in a low-scoring game, and I'm thinking back to the game I was at last night, a boys' game, where it was 9-6 in the first quarter, and these girls were pumping the threes in here from the very get-go, both teams tonight, which surprised me the way they're hitting them.
Well, we know we've got to let you get back to the desk so you can continue reporting, but we really want to thank you and your coverage with The Sun for all your years.
Thanks, and it's just fun being out here with the young people.
All right, that's Mr. Don Scott. Greg?
Well, I've known Don for 30-plus years through the Hershey Bears. He is the public address announcer and does a variety of different things for the Bears, and one of the most well-respected reporters around here. So thanks to Don for coming in. Let's look at these three-pointers. Susquehanna was 6 of 9, Lower Dauphin 3 of 10, but they're now 0 of 5 in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, 3 of 10 is not bad, 30% from 3, but man, when you have 66% from 3, 6 of 9, but here's the thing. That's not going to keep happening. It just doesn't happen that way. It would be a rare game if it did. It would probably set a school record for three-point shots in a game. So Lower Dauphin needs to hang in there, and they will. But they got to take care of the ball.
Back to Township, looking to build on their 8-point lead.
Charlie and Greg, one of the things that Susquehanna did, made an adjustment in their defense. They were 1-3-1. They went back to 2-3. When Susquehanna had stopped and really got cold, it just gave them enough, that defensive change, to really spark that lead. Now they're up 8.
Yeah, now Lower Dolphins in a 3-1 of their own, taking a page out of Julie's book here to try to change things up and slow down. That 1-3-1's tough, but Tiana Jackson just slices the defense, and here's a very patient Tanner Rush getting in the game here from the scoring column.
Her first 2, and the lead is back to 10. Up to 10. And Mosteller went into the lane, and it'll stay down that end.
Maggie Mosteller trying to make something happen, and does there. She draws a foul. And that, tell you what, Jasmine Yannick with 3 threes, and Keisha Steelhook with 4 threes.
Lena Williams
or 2 threes and 4 threes.
Yeah. Lena Williams into the game now for Susquehanna Township, her first pop in.
Greg, I'm getting ready to put you in the game. It just seems like everybody should be in the game here tonight. This is fun to watch, I tell you.
Good rotation, a lot of players in, a lot of great passing, and even better shooting.
Susquehanna Township doing a good job of pressuring the ball out of this zone. And Lower Dauphin continually trying to figure this out right now. They're in a shootout here, and it doesn't favor them.
That was headed right to our table. And a reminder that you can like us on Facebook, High School Sports Live, with photos, video highlights, updates, and more. Just go to Facebook and High School Sports Live and click like, and you'll be on with us. United Concordia Dental halftime report also coming up, and we'll perhaps hear from one of the coaches and talk a little bit more about this first half and what's ahead in the Mid-Penn playoffs we'll be covering next week. Ooh, Jackson went down hard. Well, she is tough. She's gotten up twice from hard hits. Underneath the lay at home is Dee Rockwell.
I credit Lower Dauphin for just being scrappy that half or that particular possession, and that could have easily been a 12-point game. They got an 8-point game going because of that.
They know when to wait, and that goes off the backboard. And a whistle, and foul called again by Jeff Proctor.
Charlie, as I'm here on the sideline, you know, I've got so many emotions involved in this game. In one hand, so many great rivalry games with Bobby Heiser when he was at Middletown. But the job that Julie Dennison is doing at Susquehanna has just been incredible. She's really changed this program, the whole atmosphere of the program. But I've got some kids that I used to teach on the court tonight, too. And just to see Tanner Turner Rush, I want to tell you something about her as an athlete. She's a sophomore, Charlie, but one time I challenged the boys, some football kickers, to a kicking contest. She went out on the field, kicked a 45-yarder up through the uprights with sneakers on. And I'm telling you, you talk about an athlete. This girl showed them all at the school. And I still think that's one of the greatest things she ever did.
Well,
45 yards.
It's funny you say that, because I had a privilege to get to know her mother before the game and talk to Tanner. And soccer is a big part of, I can tell why, that soccer is a big part of her life. And she probably should be the field goal kicker for the football team.
Been certainly done before by a lot of young ladies. Mesnick, nice steal, goes to the hoop for 2. Boy, they are hanging tough. And anytime it looks like Susquehanna Township's going to jump out to a bigger lead, they come right back, and they've cut it to 6 with under 2 left. First half. But both these teams move this ball well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Lena Williams in the game. Julie Dennis has shown some confidence in Lena, only a sophomore.
Jackson, who's got the rebound. Hoffman chased it down, but it'll stay red. Central PA Basketball, blogspot.com. Great place to find out what players are doing from all over the region, from younger and college players. Central PA Basketball, blogspot.com.
Yeah.
Another way the world communicates with blogs.
Well, Steve Little, a good friend of mine, runs that, and he's supposed to be doing some things and talking about tonight's game. So fans can go and check that out and participate in the conversation about the games on TV tonight.
Turner Rush's 4th point of the game.
She's a nice player.
Shirk, under a minute left. Bricali.
That would have been a big shot.
No, but they still keep possession of it with just over 43 left. Explosive sports performance. Time to unleash your potential. There's the phone number and the email address for Explosive Sports Performance.
Yeah, Dave Brixius spent a lot of time over the years with some guys that we know. Sean McCoy when he was in high school, and Marcus Colston and those guys. Spent some time with Dave Brixius. Dave's a great guy and does a great job with kids. I send a lot of kids to him.
Right out of the hands and into the hands of Jackson, who kept control and has her 6th point.
You know, I think Tiana Jackson, she reminds me a lot of Brianna Sy from Harrisburg. They're a lot alike in the sense that they have great body control around the basket and finishing those layups. Very good basketball player. That penetration is tough.
Steel Hook clears the boards, but that is it. A very good first half for Susquehanna Township. Tied at the end of 1 quarter of play, and now Township has a 10-point advantage. Let's go over to Todd McCall.
What? Sure.
There we go. Right now, Julie Dennison, head coach, your team, you know, had to come out and score some points and fill the lanes. Maybe 1 point at halftime you might talk to your team about.
Getting back faster in transition. We pride ourselves in getting back. We took a set off there. I don't like them taking any sets off. I don't want to coming down to 1 possession because Lower Dauphin's not going away. We all know that. So getting back faster in transition and maybe setting some more screens on offense. We're standing around looking for a driving lane, so trying to set some ball screens or screen away and occupy the defense. So that's what we're going to be talking about.
All right, Coach Dennison, we're going to let you get back here at halftime. Good luck. That's Coach Dennison. You talk about this team is really playing hard for the score is in her favor. Greg?
All right, Todd, thanks. 17-17 after 1. Now Township is up 34-24. Charlie, Todd, and I will be back with United Concordia halftime report as we continue live here on ABC 27.
Advanced Hoops Premier AAU is on the rise. 32 teams last year featuring the top boys and girls basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops offers 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 50 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 5 years. We call it AAU with a follow-through.
You've seen a lot of my sons, Todd and Ryan, over the years on TV. In fact, we've all grown a lot during this time.
We're all still here and stronger than ever. Now you can see me when you come into Hoffman Ford.
And I won't be far behind.
For 59 years, there's always been a Ford and a Hoffman in this showroom, delivering you the courtesy and respect that you deserve since 1953.
Come see what keeps our customers coming back generation after generation. Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When an injury occurs, think Select Physical Therapy. Select leads the way in providing patients with clinical expertise using the latest medical research and techniques. Our team provides physical and hand therapy, pre- and post-surgery, work injury rehabilitation, and much more. With several locations in the Harrisburg area, let Select return you to activity at home, work, or play. Select Physical Therapy. Recovery starts here.
All-state freshman Malia Tate DeFreitas tore her ACL in a heated state playoff, and her dreams seemed shattered.
Tried to come back in and it wasn't working out. I thought that my basketball career was over.
Getting an assist from the doctors at Arlington Orthopedic, Malia is ready to attack the hoop this season.
It feels good when I jump and cut and stuff. It feels normal, and the brace really helps me.
To go from tears to a smile, it was just a beautiful thing.
Dr. Michael Cordes of Arlington Orthopedics gives viewers an easy-to-chew rundown on nutrition in sports. Dr. Cordes analyzes the effectiveness of supplements like creatine. He then quenches our thirst for knowledge on sports drinks versus cold water and when it's best to drink which one. In addressing the overall diet of Americans today, Dr. Cordes expresses grave concerns on how today's youth have not developed healthy eating habits and the increase in health risks associated with this current trend. For the full interview, PASportsLiveTV.com.
Greg Mace, Charlie Ford, and Todd McCall back live at Lower Dauphin High School. First of our doubleheader tonight. It's the boys and girls here. And Susquehanna Township with a 34-24 lead. Well, that was a flying first half. Man, not only did it move fast, both of these teams, and you never know, what teams are going to be tight. Nobody was tight after they got wound up.
And that's what you want from a coach, from a coaching point, is you want your teams coming out lighting it up. And both squads hit some outside shots. And more importantly, look at the score, 34-24 at half. I couldn't have predicted this.
Yeah. Hey, for all intents and purposes, this would be the very game that we all predicted. Bob Heiser keeping it low, but there's one reason it isn't. It's called Keisha Steelhook. 4 3-pointers in a matter of 8 minutes. I mean, it just doesn't happen that often on any level. It was a separating factor early. It's going to be interesting to see how Bob Heiser's Lower Dauphin ladies come out and respond, and how the Lady Indians answer in the second half if those shots aren't falling.
Right.
So,
and she's got 16. She's 4 away from 1,000 and likely to stop the game when that happens. Well, we got a lot coming up next week, the Mid-Penn playoffs. There was a time when there was no Mid-Penn playoffs. I'm excited about this because we've got some great teams. We're going to take a look at the semifinal pairings for both of those boys and girls. And first, the girls' playoff side, Trinity, Steel High, Gettysburg, Palmyra. Let's first talk about the matchup because Malia Tate DeFreitas had, I think, 130 points the other night. No, it was 40-plus, right?
Close enough.
Right. She's been phenomenal. The Trinity girls, I saw them play the other night. A lot of consistency there. Gettysburg and Palmyra is the other half of that matchup. And then the winners will meet in the championship game.
Well, I mean, this could be a three-point explosion. Palmyra, the Trinity girls shoot the ball well. We were really excited, Charlie, with the CV girls. And so, they just knocked off Harrisburg. Exciting time. I wish that I had an opportunity as a coach to be in Mid-Penn playoffs. It wasn't there when I was coaching.
Well, and that Trinity girls matchup with Steel High, we haven't seen that. That's going to be a great lady matchup in girls basketball. It's going to be great for area basketball to see that.
All right, let's talk about the boys. Central Dauphin and Trinity. That game will be at Harrisburg at 7:30, so both the Trinity girls and boys will play at Harrisburg. And then Greencastle and Hershey. That would be pretty good.
You know what, right there, I mean, what a job has been done down at Gary has done such a great job at Greencastle.
Yes.
I mean, and then Hershey, they're cruising right now. They're on cruise control at 20-0.
Yeah, well, but I don't think, you got Greencastle coming in with experience in the Mid-Penn tournament. This is their second year in a row, and they kind of got that monkey off their shoulder, so to speak, and they got that one loss under their belt. Hershey doesn't, and it's going to be, I don't think Trinity's going to come in and roll down for CD, and I don't think Greencastle's going to do it for Hershey. So it's not a given who's showing up in those finals. It's going to be a dogfight.
And I know, Greg, it's just one thing I want to say. This is what's nice about playoff basketball on TV. You don't have to leave your home anymore to see great matchups, and you can just sit right there on the sofa grab a drink, and watch some great games.
And we'll be having those Mid-Penn finals coming up a week from Thursday, coming up here on ABC 27. Charlie, let's briefly talk about your pump and run program coming up.
Well, we're excited. Affiliation with we're Pennsylvania Pump and Run. The Pump and Run is out of the West, out of California. They're high-level AAU programs. It just gives the kids extra recognition on the U15, 16, and rising senior levels. And we're excited about our coaching staff. Coach Pilsitz won the state championship, Still High, Barry Reddish, and Jerry Stokes running those teams. We've got some tryouts there listed on the screen.
All right, if you want to get involved, Advanced Hoops is the place to go. 34-24 is our halftime score. Susquehanna Township girls are on top. We should have a great second half coming up if the first half is anything like the second half. We'll be back after this as we continue with High School Sports Live here on ABC 27.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
Look into the sun for coverage of student athletes from Palmyra, Hershey, and Lower Dauphin. Drew Weedman and the Sun staff are dedicated to weekly coverage.
Extra, extra! Read all about West Shore student and team success with the growing popularity of the Carlisle Sentinel, the pace setter in Carlisle and West Shore Sports Review.
Patriot News has covered the region of Harrisburg since 1854, from all-star selections to championship reporting, the leader in Central Pennsylvania sports news.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
Got old electronics, such as a TV or computer to recycle? We've got your answer at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
E-cycling is quick, easy, and free for all county residents.
You can also recycle old major appliances and other items safely at our center.
Have questions? Call our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or check our website for more information.
Recycling is now more convenient than ever.
Join us in going green to protect our environment.
Keep our earth clean and green. Wipe out waste and recycle.
Advanced Hoops Premier AAU is on the rise. 32 teams last year featuring the top boys and girls basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops offers 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 50 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 5 years. We call it AAU with a follow-through.
The neurologist said, you will lose the ability to swallow, to breathe. You will die. I asked the neurologist, why? If we could transplant hearts, couldn't we also replace damaged motor neurons?
Jennifer devoted the last 6 years of her life to wiping out ALS. Project ALS has created a new paradigm for disease research.
We know the goal. We want to get a cure for ALS.
Here we go with the second half. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall. Back here on ABC 27 with High School Sports Live. This is our last regular season game of the year before we hit the playoffs here on ABC 27. Susquehanna Township up 10. We'll jump it up, but it'll go the other way.
It looks like Lower Dauphin's coming out in a trap mentality here, guys. Looks like they want to try to shake some things up and try to get back in this basketball game, basically. Susquehanna doing the same thing, full court, 2-2-1, trying to keep Lower Dauphin girls off balance. Lower Dauphin's going to have to hit some shots up.
Ball kicked out. Staying down this end, Lower Dauphin in the home white. Kick it out to Mosteller. Way outside Bracali. That's coming close to us. It'll stay with Susquehanna Township. Quick look at the stats here in the first half, Charlie. Look at those field goal percentages from the outside with the three-pointers. 3 of 11 for Lower Dauphin, 6 of 9 for Township.
Yeah, that's the difference because both teams shot well in the first half, but that was a deciding factor.
Lower Dauphin back on off the turnover, trying to cut into the 10-point lead. Hoffman lost the handle, but Lower Dauphin keeps the basketball.
Tell you what, it's hard to shoot over Steelhook and Rush. Their long arms. Krista Huffman did the old college try there on it, but I tell you, this 1-3-1 is hard to, like I said, hard to throw over as well. Yannick goes about 5'7", 5'8", but she has a wingspan. It's just long.
Mosteller.
Yeah, in fairness,
wait for it to drop out.
In fairness to these misses for Lower Dauphin, Susquehanna's doing a really good job of getting a hand in the face and not really allowing the Lower Dauphin young ladies to set their feet. And so it's something you might not be able to see at home, but there's really not much room to get those shots comfortable. Defensive pressure affects shot percentage every day of the week.
Yannick. Rebound to Aaron Shirk for Lower Dauphin.
Both teams, there's no score in 2 minutes, so both teams come out, cooled off a little here. It's going to be a who wants it ball game at this point.
In traffic, Lower Dauphin saved it.
One ideal thing to do against a 1-3-1 or any kind of zone is ball reversals and skips. But again, it's really hard. You got Jasmine Yannick kind of forming a little trap there. It's hard to throw over it.
Not a lot of room there, but there was for Mesnick.
It's a big basket for Lower Dauphin to come out and score first.
She's got 6, lead back to 8. That's 2. That's 18. She's 2 away from 1,000.
You know what? And I don't even think she knows, Greg. She's not even playing like she knows. Usually when kids are trying to get their 1,000 point, they're a little nervous, they're a little tight. She just wants to win, and that speaks what kind of young lady Keisha Steelhook is. And not only is she a good basketball player, this is a 3.9 GPA honors student heading to Westchester. Deidre Kane struck a gold mine here in Keisha Steelhook, and she knows it. Longtime Westchester coach, tremendous job at Westchester University.
Off the glass, comes right back out. Yannick.
Well, that penetration by Ariana Delerme, that might not have went in, but that set up, whenever you penetrate, it sets up easy baskets and opportunities for easy scores. So that's basically an assist whenever you attack the rim like that. Yannick took advantage. Give and go.
Nice move inside. Bucket wouldn't fall. Lady Indians get it back. This is Jackson, and she lost the handle, and Falcons are called for reaching in. Karen Messick. All right, a reminder, the Keystone State Games coming up in mid-July through August in Harrisburg. KeystoneGames.com, the place to go for all the information. And Charlie, we can talk about basketball as we go along. That's certainly one of the high-profile sports. Here it is. Missed.
Yeah. Owen Costello and the Keystone Games Committee doing a great job of taking Keystone Games to another level here in Harrisburg.
So we'll see that in mid to late July through early August.
Susquehanna keeping the pressure on, making LD find a way. There's nice ball movement by Lower Dauphin. Just can't capitalize. Good rebound behind. Wow.
Goes out.
Megan Brown
down the other
for
end,
Lower
yeah.
Dauphin gets a big rebound.
And a reminder to check us out on PASportsLiveTV.com. You can watch replays of all the games. We know we got a lot of requests like, where can I see it? Well, it's PASportsLiveTV.com uploaded. You can watch the entire game. Previous games as well, everything we've done this year with basketball and wrestling, PASportsLiveTV.com. Stolen away by Township.
Tell you, man, that's hard to handle. You got players, athletes like Keisha Steelhook that can defend, that can score, and there
she hits inside, and there it is. 1,000 career points for Keisha Steelhook. And boy, the bench sure knew it. And boy, the crowd sure knew it. And watch it again. What a wonderful moment for this great player, the senior. 1,000 career points. And there's relatives and family and friends. And she is very emotional, which is wonderful to see, and they're getting pictures right there. Very nice of a Lower Dauphin to stop the game, and congratulations to Keisha Steelhook. 1,000 career points and headed to Westchester.
Wow, wow.
That's a terrific moment.
You know, it's, Greg, it just brought back the, you know, when it happens and you're somebody that experienced that, you know, there's something you can share with your mom or your dad. It's something you'll never forget, and I think that's why you haven't heard from me for the last 2 minutes. It took me back, and it made me feel really proud for her and her family and the whole Susquehanna program.
Well, they'll get back to concentrating on basketball. She's got 20 points. And after scoring, she gets the steal.
You know, you may see her play with some serious confidence from this point forward, because that's off her back at this point, you know.
There's Jackson, goes in.
You know, Greg, I've got a chance to know Keisha in the last couple of years. What a nice young lady, man. Just a real teammate, you know.
All right, let's go over to Todd McCall. Todd?
Well, what a great moment. I was talking to Franco Madafri here, who played football at Duquesne, and Monica Johnson, who played basketball at LVC. They're both from Select Physical Therapy. And Franco, can you just express why that was so important for you guys to get behind high school sports?
Well, as a former athlete, it's important for us to get around local sports. We have a pretty good idea how to treat these athletes. We understand what they're going through. It allows us to kind of communicate and volunteer with the community.
Well, right, and as Franco just said, played football at Duquesne, and Monica, you played basketball at LBC. We saw a moment where a girl hit 1,000 points. And what does that feel like as a player?
It's tremendous. I scored 1,000 points my junior year at LVC, and the feeling is uncomparable. You have the support of your family oftentimes, your teammates, the community. You know, I think it's a great show of support for the community to come out and witness this.
Well, as Monica Johnson just said, Greg, what a great opportunity. And Franco has just said to us, Select Physical Therapy's been there all year for us. But two great athletes, and now they're serving the community by helping these athletes stay on the court. Greg?
Thanks, Todd. I just asked Charlie what his total points were. I remember when you did this. 14-14 was your total.
Well, I'll tell you what, the thing that, you know, the thing that meant the most to me that night, other than the fact that it was a family moment for me and my teammates, was Dave Lebo was in the press box being interviewed by Don Bellozo, Marty Bankovic, and he went up to the press box, and they had asked him why he was at the Steel High Chambersburg game, and he said, I wanted to come back and see Charlie Fortney score 1,000 points. And I was like, oh, Lord, I didn't know Dave Lebo even, other than the boxing one he played on me when he was a sophomore. But that was the time when David went down on a sabbatical to watch Jeff play at college. And for him to say that, I don't even know if he made the trip back for that or if he was just in town. But I was honored because I had always looked up to Dave Lebo and the Lebo family, and they meant so much to me in my basketball career, just the things that they taught at camps and the things that they taught me as a player.
Well, it's a neat moment. Keisha Steele hook.
Well, Bob Heiser and Bob kind of talking to Bob Heiser before the game. He knew there was a confident Susquehanna Township coming in, and his team is coming off a big loss to Palmyra. But that 10-point Hannah run in the last 3:33, you're not going to be able to recover from that at this point. You just don't, like Coach Todd McCall said in pregame, you just don't have enough points on the board at this point for Lower Dauphin to make that recovery.
Brown missed. They recovered nicely. Hoffman.
Those are the shots that are going to have to fall if they're going to get back in this.
Susquehanna Township came out of that still with a basketball and almost with two.
Nice ball movement. Nice rebound by Dee Rockwell.
Almost got the roll, but she'll go to the line.
And Dee hasn't gotten in the game. It's been a perimeter game, trying to catch up on the outside J. She hasn't, early on we saw the jump shot, but she just hasn't gotten the ball in a position to score. And Keisha Steelhook's a big-time college player, and she has to play behind her and limiting her opportunities as well.
Dee goes 5'11". She's a senior. As we said, she's headed to Lycoming College. Under a minute left, and a reminder, the boys' game follows this one here on ABC 27, Susquehanna Township and Lower Dauphin.
Mariah Quattlebaum, number 5, in for Susquehanna Township.
You know, Greg, we've talked about these girls tonight and the hard effort that we've seen out of both teams, but we've got a lot of special things going on here. We've got potential Division I soccer athletes out here, field hockey athletes. A lot of these girls out here play multiple sports, 2 and 3, and that's the thing Susquehanna and Lower Dauphin have done well. And there's a soccer player potentially right there, as well as basketball, hitting a jumper for you, Charlie.
Todd, not if I have anything to do with it. This young lady will stick with basketball. Now, right. I'll tell you what, I'm all for all sports athletes. I've often said to people that one of my biggest regrets is putting the baseball aside and putting the football aside and not just playing all 3 in high school and then letting the chips fall where they may, because I just think it's so healthy for kids to do that. And it's just a belief I have. And anytime a parent tells me that their kid's playing other sports and they can't participate in something I'm doing, I'm like, hey, that's fine. That's fine, because it's very healthy for kids.
Final 10 seconds, third quarter. And a traveling is called against the Falcons. So 5.1 left.
Well, I think you mentioned in pregame, Charlie, that, you know what, Susquehanna's on a roll, and I think you're kind of seeing that tonight of this team. They are really conditioned, Greg, for the playoffs.
46-26, a 20-point lead. James Phillips from the Patriot News joins us when we continue here in the fourth quarter, live here on ABC 27.
High School Sports Live is brought to you by
Hemp Brothers, paving the way in concrete, asphalt, crushed stone construction services. Keystone State Games, Pennsylvania's largest amateur athletic festival. NK Sporting Goods, partnered with NK Graphics, has been outfitting the teams of Central PA for over 25 years. United Concordia, ensuring America's dental health for over 40 years. Regen Muscle Recovery Beverage, experience the raw power of natural cocoa. Groff Tractor and Equipment, we're your #1 source for everything under construction. Sun Motor Cars, experience Central PA's ultimate driving headquarters. Central Pennsylvania Basketball Officials Association. Become an expert at knowing one rule, one interpretation. The Turnbridge Group, part of RBC Wealth Management, helping our clients and communities create better tomorrows.
And we are back live here at Lower Dauphin High School. Greg Mace, Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall. We are joined by James Phillips of the Patriot News. I didn't think anybody was going to miss a shot there for a little while. That was a remarkable, certainly first half, and then Township started to run away. What are some of your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, I'm very impressed the way Township has shot the ball tonight, especially Keisha Steele hooked. You can tell she came out really fired up, and obviously getting them 1,000 points has really motivated her tonight.
20-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
You know, my question is, what is in store for Susquehanna girls, the way they're playing, and then to have such a program win against Lower Dauphin to end the season, going into the playoffs. I mean, I favor them going into playoffs. I favor them against pretty much anybody the way they're playing right now. Hats off to the Lady Indians. They haven't beat themselves this year, James. They haven't.
You know, and they're playing basketball, the right type of basketball at the right time. Tonight, if they win, which they're looking like they're going to, this will be their 5th straight victory, and they're playing great defense. I mean, you know, I know Lower Dauphin doesn't score a lot of points, but they're working, having them work for everything, you know.
Yes.
Krista Hoffman, three-pointer. She's got 4.
And Coach McCall made a big point in our pregame and in our keys of the game of that Susquehanna needs to score 55 points, and they're well on their way here. And but Lower Dauphin's not going down without a fight here. These girls are, you can see the energy here with Lower Dauphin.
Shirk inside, he got it to Rockwell, and there is a early quick 4-point turn and possibly 5. Well, Rockwell's got 7.
Lower Dauphin plays well because they have a coach over there that won't let them quit.
And watch sticking to it is Rockwell, and she will go to the line, and they are going to call a timeout. Well, if you'd like to order copies of tonight's broadcast, advanceadmin@verizon.net, or you can also call Advanced Hoops. If that's too much to write down for you quickly, there you go. But those are also available if you'd like to get a hard copy of tonight's game. Let's go over to Todd McCall, who's over the sidelines. Todd?
Greg, thank you. I'm here with Jose Delarme, and you know your daughter's playing tonight, and you coach in AAU. Talk a little bit. You start with them when they're in possibly what, fifth grade, and you see them rise up. Talk a little bit how important the AAU program has been for them.
It's very good because they get exposed to a lot of good talent literally throughout the country. We have teams come from all over the country we'll play against, and it really improves our game in their off season from high school and middle school and even grade school. And like I said, I start with 5th graders and bring them up till they graduate. And Keisha, my daughter, played for me, and they have really shined through AAU. And Keisha, as you saw, has got 1,000 points tonight, and she came through that way and really sharpened her skills, sharpened her shooting, her defense, her jumping, her attitude, everything really shined. And you know, when her and my daughter play together, it's fun to watch because they really mesh well together. So I enjoy the AAU.
Well, thank you, Coach Jose. Coach Jose is here with us, and Greg, he's a very happy man. He's seeing some positive things on the floor out of Susquehanna Indians tonight.
And they have the basketball. Delarme, and she flipped and turned it over. The ball goes back to Lower Dauphin. 6:34 left here in the 4th.
Well, and that was Dad Delarme right there. He wasn't happy to see that turnover. He'll be talking to Ariana tonight, but he'll be happy with the win for sure.
Well, we've got our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game coming up, PASportsLiveTV.com, and I suspect we're going to be all in agreement on this one because Keisha Steele Hook not only is the leading scorer, made the biggest impact in this game, she also got 1,000 career points tonight. So I don't know there'd be a whole lot of debate over this one tonight.
That's a no-brainer right there.
Well, I'll tell you, how about our defense, her long arms, her denying the post, or stealing the ball in that 1-3-1. I mean, those are parts of the game. I don't know, James. she's as athletic as you get. I mean, I know Marche Ryan out of Chambersburg is a very athletic girl, but I like Steelhook's athleticism.
Yeah, she's an all-around player. She gets rebounds, and she showed tonight she can shoot out from the perimeter. So, you know.
Yeah, I tell you what, there were Division I schools very much interested in this young lady, but I think Coach Denniston makes a good point. I mean, you can't go wrong with a PSAC school with good education. You know, Steelhook's going to be taken care of there. There's Sydney Davidson. Julie Denniston has Maisha Cousins that played in the PSAC. Right. Sydney Davidson that played at Westchester for a little bit, decided not to play after a couple years and focus on academics. I mean, she's had the girls. You know, James, we've talked a lot about Coach Heiser. You guys have done countless articles on his ability, but what has Julie Denniston meant to this Lady Indians program?
She is, like we talked about earlier, like a mother figure to these girls. And, you know, they're a very close team. And, you know, chemistry is great. And you see how they play on the court. When a team is playing together as a team, as they've been all season, you know, the results you get, you know, like the way they're playing tonight. So,
Greg, we don't usually see many female coaches coaching in basketball because there's a lot of obstacles. You know, you know, her husband John's up there watching their young boy, and there's a lot of sacrifices that by the way, hats off to John, the dad up there, being Mr. Dad. But there's just female role model coaches are not as often as they should be, and I'm just happy to see Julie running that program.
That is terrific. We should talk a little bit about, speaking of female coaches, because we're going to get into the girls' Mid-Penn Commonwealth playoffs. Christy Britton and Trinity play Steel High, and then Gettysburg plays Palmyra. Susquehanna Township brings the ball up here. They're up by 17, and an offensive foul. James, let's talk about each of these matchups coming up here, because the first one we can talk about, Trinity Steel High. Malia Tate DeFreitas had a ton of points again the other night. This is a pretty interesting matchup. They'll go out at 6 o'clock. Harrisburg High, Tuesday night, Trinity Steel High.
Yeah, that's definitely the matchup everybody wants to see. Malia is having an outstanding season. 49 last night against Milton Hershey. And the thing about her, she does all the little things. She's a team player, so I want everybody to don't get twisted because she scores a lot of points. She does the whole, she has a whole repertoire to her game.
Goodness. Well, you know, I got to, Greg and James, when I first saw Malia Tate DeFreitas play, it was at the Giant Center. And in a matter of 5 minutes, I saw her make 2 50-foot passes from half court, one-handed to a girl underneath for a layup. And I said, I've never seen a girl in high school or college make a one-handed pass on a line from that far. I said, I'm a fan. and her touch, her passing skills, and her touch around making those entry passes is amazing.
She has such great vision. I mean, she just sees the whole court, sees where everybody is. James Phillips from the Patriot News with us here in the fourth quarter. Always happy to have the Patriot News guys in with us for their perspective, and you can read James and Jeff Morrow coming up later on PennLive.com and in the Patriot News tomorrow. Under 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter, and Susquehanna Township just patient with a 17-point lead. And we'll go back the other way. Gettysburg, Palmyra. I haven't seen Gettysburg play. You know, Palmyra won the Keystone Division. There's an interesting matchup of one team that we have not seen that much up here, Gettysburg, and they're playing Palmyra.
Well, they have Thomas girls, right?
Yes, Gettysburg has an excellent team. Thomas is the leader. They have girls that can shoot the three. They have the inside game. But you've seen Palmyra, and they have an excellent team in its own right. So you can't go wrong. You know, either matchup is an outstanding matchup. So.
Well, I mean, I know you don't want to predict, but do you have someone, a favorite in that one in your mind, or?
Well, the first game, you know, it's, you know, I have to go with Steel High because they've been playing at a high level. Their only loss was to Reading by 2 points, you know, and Reading has one loss in Quad A. So I have to go with Steel High, and then I'll go with Gettysburg in the second game.
Okay, that's a big statement because Palmyra's has a lot of athleticism in that defense. So I'm excited to go watch the games. You got me buying a ticket now, bud. Well, I have to go see Steel High. Jen Malia's mom and I went to school together, so she won't be too happy. She's already hoping I put her on TV more, and boy, we tried, and we're gonna make that happen more than once next year. We have to, because she is just something special to watch.
Well, we'll be televising the Mid-Penn Finals coming up on Thursday night, either from Milton Hershey or from Lower Dauphin, and there's 24, so that would be 1,004 for Steel Hook, and it's a 50-31 lead. Lower Dauphin has struggled from the field here, overall 3 of 22 in this half, and that's obviously set them back after keeping it close in the first quarter. And there's Turner Rush with her 10th point of the game.
Well, she's very impressive because she's patient. She has a steady calm about her, the way she plays the game, and only a sophomore. Good 5'9½" too.
Yes, her game has been coming on lately here the last couple of weeks, and they'll need her for the playoffs.
Hey, James, can I nominate her now? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
You got to give me a shout out to the Patriot News Big 15. Like, I got an honorable mention or something. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, I'll give her an honorable mention because she's been playing well, you know.
Coming up on 2 minutes.
Speaking of Big 15, James, talk about the Patriot News' timeline on selection. I know that's changed over the last couple of years. You guys are kind of letting the season ride out before you pick it, and talk about that.
Yeah, well, we decided that, you know, let the season run out. See, the playoffs are coming up, and everybody usually, I mean, the cream rises to the top, excuse me, and you'll see the good players play well at this time of the season.
Yeah,
but,
that's a good
you know,
point.
I look at the whole body of work, and we have some outstanding players around the area, so it's going to be interesting.
Bracali with her 10th with a steal and 2 for Lower Dauphin.
For years, the Big 15 was picked during a Christmas window and New Year's Eve type window, and you know, even when I was a player, you always kind of wondered why, when that's only 8-9 games into the season, and it often had to do with what you did the year before. And so all I know is that I have not heard any complaints from anybody about it being moved to the end of the season, because it just gives you more chance to see the end result and see what kids are doing in the playoffs. I love it. I love it.
And again, you can vote for the player of the game, PASportsLiveTV.com. And if you'd like to click and agree with us, Keisha Steel Hook, we would love to hear from you for our Hoffman Ford player of the game. And Todd will be talking with Julie Dennison and Keisha coming up here in our post game. Reminder, the boys game follows here on ABC 27, Susquehanna Township and Lower Dauphin. We've got one more to go, and that'll start at about 8 o'clock. Boy, Hannah has been hot from the 2-point line, 2-point range, 10 of 16 in this second half.
Yeah, I must have fired them up talking about them not being able to shoot as well in the second half, because they certainly proved me wrong here. And Lower Dauphin playing aggressive defense.
And Susquehanna Township will call timeout because they want to make a couple of substitutions.
They want to get some players in the game here and let them be on live TV. I don't blame them. They can say they were on television.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. Get the reserve some game time experience.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the Mid-Penn basketball playoffs. There was a time, and we're going to get to a point where the younger people won't remember the days when there was no Mid-Penn playoffs, when they weren't called Commonwealth or Capital or Colonial. It was called 1, 2, 3, 4. Before that, the Capital Area and South Central League. Did I remember that correctly? Remember those?
I don't.
Was that before your time too?
Greg, I have 6 kids, and it's hard for me to keep up with today, let alone the past.
Yeah. But the Mid-Penn Conference, I think, has done a great job and now allowing and following suit of the York Adams League and Lancaster Lebanon having their own set of playoffs, and it's just been great fun. And we'll start next Tuesday night at 2 different sites, and then the finals on Thursday.
You know, and it should be said, there's some really good teams not in that tournament this year. Cedar Cliff boys, Harrisburg boys. I know they were licking their chops wishing it was an 8-team tournament, but I tell you, it's some good basketball teams waiting almost 2 weeks before they have to play another game. Wow.
Now there's Williams, gets her first 2. And with 20 seconds left, we'll go to the line.
Well, Paulette Williams, a junior, so you got 5'11" coming back next year.
Listed as the understudy to Keisha Steele-Hook. Messick has 7.
James, I was impressed with the question and answer that the Patriot News did on Bob Heiser, I guess a week or so ago. That was really, it helped people understand Bob Heiser and, you know, kind of like what makes the guy tick. And I thought it was a great idea, by the way.
Yeah, we're running a lot of those Q&As, and like you said, it gets the audience, the readers, inside look at the coach, and he's an outstanding coach. People might not like the way he vocalizes, but he just, like one of the players told me, he says they listen to what he says, not how he says
How
it.
he says it. Well, that helps. I mean, you got girls that have been playing for him for a while too, like Hunter Bracchiali and Krista Huffman. They've been on that roster for. And Maggie Mosteller played last year and this year. You got girls that have been there for, got a lot of playing time for him over the last couple of years in that lineup.
Mary Kate Skitka, a sophomore, hits her free throw. And Lower Dauphin getting a little workout with some full court pressure here, and we'll go right back to Susquehanna Township. Stay with us. We'll hear from the player of the game, Keisha Steele-Hook, and Julie Dennison, the coach of the victorious Susquehanna Township Lady Indians, who will win their 18th game of the year, go to 9-3 in the league, and continuing to build a lot of momentum for the upcoming district playoffs, which are, as Charlie said, a little bit away. Everybody will get a little break. And they will run out the clock. Lower Dauphin gets one last pop at it. Messick, whistle. And we'll go back with 7/10 of a second left. Quick toss, maybe a quick pitch. And it is by Brown, doesn't go. 56-40 is our final. James Phillips from the Patriot News Penn Live. Look forward to your article. Always good to have you with us. Thanks, James.
Thanks for having me.
All right, James Phillips with us. Back with Todd and our post game coming up here on ABC 27.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
Knoll Insurance, located at 704 Bridge Street in New Cumberland. They offer property, casualty, auto, homeowners, health, and life insurance. Knoll Insurance also offers notary services. Call Knoll Insurance today at 774-8128.
There's something to be said for a company that has survived the Great Depression, weathered a handful of recessions, and emerged from today's challenging marketplace stronger than ever. And it's worth noting that success has come while keeping its headquarters and decision-making local for more than 80 years. Perhaps growing deeper roots to ensure strength and stability is an idea whose time has come. We figured that out 8 decades ago. Penn National Insurance.
CDFullDayCamps.com. Charlie Fortney's amazing full-day summer sports and activity camps. 2nd through 8th graders. 10-week option. Only $140 per week. Soccer, baseball, basketball, and more. CDFullDayCamps.com. Advanced Hoops Premier AAU is on the rise. 32 teams last year featuring the top boys and girls basketball players from all over the region. Advanced Hoops offers 10 to 11 player rosters, guarantees playing time, all man-to-man style play, and every player gets professional skill training along with top quality AAU tournaments. Advanced Hoops has helped over 50 high school athletes get scholarships over the last 5 years. We call it AAU with a follow-through.
Borman & Babb Certified Public Accountants is a full-service accounting, tax, and consulting firm with over 17 years experience serving the central Pennsylvania region. From taxes to payroll, from corporate accounting to business consulting, let Borman & Babb help you achieve your financial success.
Susquehanna Township, a 56-40 winner over Lower Dauphin tonight. And with the victorious coach and our player of the game, we go over to Coach Todd McCall. Todd?
Well, thank you, Greg. I'm with a very jubilant coach and a jubilant player. I'm with Coach Julie Dennison, and yes, Hoffman Ford player of the game, Keisha still. This was a great night for you. But first, Coach, you and your team. First of all, I'm proud as I live in the district. You have worked your tails off, you and your team. 18th win. You come on the floor, and what a special night.
I got to tell you, it's almost like I'm going to wake up here and someone's going to say, you got to go get to work at Susquehanna Township. But it was a special night. These kids are I've said this for now 4 years. These are the same kids that were 4 and 14. This young lady here came on the court, you know, as a freshman and just rebounded the ball behind Sabri Proctor and Maisha Cousins, the same kid. And I couldn't be prouder than if she was my own child. So for this to happen on this stage, her last senior regulation game, I'm telling you, I'm going to wake up and someone's going to say you got to get to the township. So.
Well, Julie, I got to say a few things. First of all, we felt like 55 plus, your team needed to do that. They hit that tonight.
53 is our number. We know when we go 53, we win the game. That's a thing that we work on in practice.
We had you coming in at possibly now maybe a 5 seed, 4 seed. You know, it's hard to tell, but can you just give a playoff outlook and what you're going to be looking at?
After our loss, after we played last week, when I challenged the girls, I said you can be 14 or 8, or we can be 18 and 4. I know you can be 18 and 4, but it's in you. It was in them. Their skills were there, but we kind of were limping a little bit, and they won 5 straight. I knew at home. I said if we're 3 and 2, I'm jubilant. But to be 5 and 0 and finish the way they played against West York the other night, we battled West York in a gym where we're not, you know, used to being in, and the way they battled every game. But at team basketball, they don't look for themselves, they look for each other, and that's something we preached for 4 years, and it's in them. I mean, they're just great kids. I mean, I am a really lucky coach.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you get back in the locker room. Tell those girls there's a lot of people proud. Now we're here with player of the game, Keisha Steelhook. You are a Hoffman Ford player of the game, but what a special night. Can you just talk about getting that 1,000?
Oh, it's so speechless. I came into games tonight not worried about it. I was not at all. And once I got it, it was the most memorable moment in my life.
Well, you had, 16 first half points, so you made it a little easy for yourself. But talk about your team, got you the ball, you got hot early.
They made sure they got me the ball when I was open and stuff, and I felt it. Like, I knew it's my time to shine. I'm just glad that they gave me the ball.
Well, let's talk playoffs. Now, what will the Lady Indians do?
If we play like
well, hey, I tell you what, Greg, that's a prediction. As Keisha said, if they play like they did tonight, they can go far. I'm Todd McCall. This is Keisha Steelhook. More to come. High School Sports Live, Lower Dauphin, Susquehanna on ABC 27.